sorry guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. Very sorry about it. Just some technical difficulties that happened right exactly today. So I'm very sorry about that. So there's no time to waste. Probably we could start. By the way, for those who are new here, I'm Ruffy Capacio, a technical trading analyst here at ACY Securities. So again guys, welcome back to ACY Security Studio. So let me share you guys. So what's up guys? I'm very sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm really excited to share trades, the setups that could potentially play for today's live reading session. So yeah, hi high tech, welcome to the live trading session. Hopefully you are I know you are actually excited for the setups for today. And by the way, just the normal session that we had, get ready your charts and share one pair that I could analyze in today's live trading session. For those person who could actually ask first, then probably we could analyze it today. So yeah, for only one pair, for those person who actually going to give me the first pair, then we will actually going to analyze it this live reading session. So yeah, I think without further ado, let's start watching the charts. But before that, maybe we could watch a little bit on the fundamental side, probably, so that we could actually know whether there could be volatility in the markets. So just a quick reminder before we begin. Everything shared here is simply my personal view of the market based on price action and current market structure. Trading always involves risk. There are no guarantees, so make sure you manage your risk properly. Do your own research, and especially the main thing, never risk money you're not prepared to lose. Okay? Again guys, let me say it again. Never risk money you're not prepared to lose. So I think without further ado, maybe let's start trading. So before we begin, the main thing that we actually do is to watch the exact fundamentals that could potentially affect the markets or probably affect our setups that we actually watching. So hopefully you are enjoying iTech, my guy. You could actually ask any pairs. For the first person who is going to give me the first pair, then probably we are going to do it live. So yeah, I think before we start, probably we could watch the fundamental side. Let me set it up first so that we could actually start watching it. Wait for a second. Where is it? Okay. And the first thing we're going to do is to watch the news. Now, as you can see here, we're currently at FinLogix. We're going to watch our economic calendar, whether there could be volatility in the markets. Now, as you can see here today is June 2. There is an upcoming news for the Euro pairs, probably an inflation rate, high impact news that could potentially the Euro pairs. And the second high impact news that could potentially affect the market is for the major pairs. Now, as you can see here, there is a jolts. Probably there could be volatility in the markets tonight starting New York session. Or probably some of this news could potentially happen on the next day. So the main only thing, or the main reason, or the main high impact news that we actually going to watch or probably anticipate is for today, June 2, for the Euro pairs and also for the high or major pairs these are the high impact news. Probably we actually don't know how could this affect on the setups. All of this fundamental side can only act as a catalyst in the market. So yeah, I think before maybe there's no time to waste, maybe we could actually start watching our charts. So as you can see here, okay, let me share it, guys. Sorry about that because I'm actually having some technical difficulties. Probably my unit is sorry about that. Maybe my Wi-Fi is getting slower. So as you can see here, we're currently watching on gold. Yeah, I know you guys, you're actually getting excited. Maybe don't actually focus on that text. Now as you can see here, we are anticipating this move. Daily is below already our, below our exact support zone, because previously there is an accumulation zone right exactly in the spot. Here below there is a support. Now we actually saw this, that price is potentially consolidating, right? But as you can see here in the daily is already having its breakout. There is a massive bearish engulfing this one bullish candlestick, engulfing this candlestick. Now it was the daily candlestick broke out this daily support. Now price is actually below. Price could potentially act here as a resistance because price is already having its breakout. We are anticipating this move for the breakout of this support or the breakout of this support rather, or the breakout of this resistance zone, right? All we had to do for today's price action, we should wait for a much deeper, sorry about that, there is some technical difficulties. Hello guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. My PC actually got lag, sorry about it. So yeah, let's get back to our chart. As you can see here, we are currently watching gold. Gold is already having its breakout of this strong support zone. Probably it could potentially act as a resistance. Yet, because as you can see here, price is already having its move, breakout. Therefore, the next thing, the next anticipation is for sells. Because as you can see here, price didn't have its breakout of this support resistance zone, but now currently it is having its breakout of this support zone. Possibly could act as a resistance. Now all we have to do is to wait for a much good price action on the lower time frame. Because as you can see here on the lower time frame, price is having its breakout. But even though it is already having its breakout of this resistance zone, therefore all we have to do is to wait for the break and retest in the lower time frame, so that we will be interested in looking for sells. For gold, we should need to anticipate more. Probably we would look for a much better price action so that we could actually take trades for this one. So for gold, all we have to do is to anticipate. No need to force trades. We will wait for a much better price action, because on the daily side, daily is already having its move. Daily is already having its breakout. But if you know the break and retest pattern, you'd actually catch this one. The break and retest of this support zone now acting as a resistance probably could continue push to the downside. So I think that's it for the market update on gold. So by the next pair also, because we actually have some small markets today, no need to catch a lot of markets because the 4 markets that we actually watched last live reading session, that's the only anticipation that I have right now that I'm really much interested in. So I think that is the only markets that we could catch for today's this live reading session. So there's no need to force it, because when we force a lot of trades, some of the trades we can actually catch that move. Some of it we can only catch some low probability setups. But all we have to do is to lean much better on catching the exact price action. Now, as you can see here, price is already below. All we have to do is to lean towards the selling opportunities, right? So no need to force this. All we have to do for gold is to wait for a much better price action on the 30-minute so that we will be interested looking for sells. So for the next pair that we are looking is NZD-USD, right? Looking at it on NZD-USD, sorry about it, I deleted the support zone. It actually broke out. So there's no need to force it. You actually don't know what is going to happen in the markets. Because as you can see here, price broke out the support zone. Therefore, this is already indicating that this is not really much respected. Because it actually broke out. Probably could act as a resistance right now, because once it actually broke out and once price is below, therefore it could act as a resistance, probably continue push to the downside. For now, no need to force trades on NZD-USD, because I was really much leaning towards buying, because this is really a well-respected area. Because as you can see here, resistance, support, and if we slide this support zone on the left, it could act as a support here also. Here, a lot of resistance, now support. Probably here, support, but price is below. Therefore, it could act as a resistance for it to continue push to the downside. So for now, no need to force trades. All we have to do is to set and forget. No need to catch trade, no need to force trades, because once we take some trades exactly in this spot, probably we could catch a low probability setup for this one. So I think that's it for NZD-USD. For the next pair that we had is actually Euro-USD. Now, as you can see here on Euro-USD, price is already having its breakout on this daily support zone. Once price is below the daily support zone, therefore it could act as resistance, probably could act as a ceiling, so that it could continue push to the downside. So even though we are interested in buying this pair, looking at it on the weekly is much bullish based on a market placement. But looking at on the daily side, daily is already having this breakout on this support zone. Therefore, it's hard to buy right exactly in this spot, because there's no point in buying exactly in this area, because once we buy, this could act as a resistance, probably hit our stop loss right away, right? So there's no need to force this setup. This trade is still playing out, because as you can see here also on the 4-hour chart, maybe just to add some confluences, 4-hour is already having its breakout on this support zone as well. So there's no need to force our trades exactly on this spot, right? Yeah. There's no need to force trade right exactly on this spot, because once we enter this trade right now, once we buy, Therefore, it could just act as a resistance, probably hit our stop loss, not thinking why are we buying this trade, right? Because all we had to do is to wait for it to have its breakout again on this resistance zone so that it could act as a support for it to continue push to the upside, right? For Euro USD, all we had to do is to anticipate that move, wait for a much better setup, waiting for the better high quality setups. I think that's it for Euro USD. We are actually have some small markets for this week because yes, I have a lot of pairs that I actually watch, but these are the only pairs that currently giving us a good setup, right? Why force any trades that are actually going to give us a low probability trade? I think much better because just to give you guys a little, just a little bit backstory, I will just share a little bit of a story because back in the early days that I was actually trading, I thought taking a lot of trades would is actually better so that you could gain much a lot of profits, right? But that is not the case here. In trading, less is more, right? Less is more. What is the meaning for that? The less trade you had, the more profits you gain. Because once you take the less trades, therefore you're only focusing on high probability setups, right? You're only focused on high probability setups, and also you're not actually exposing more of losses because you only take less trades, right? But if you're taking a lot of trades, yes, probably you could hit a lot of setups. Maybe you could have a win twice, or maybe you actually have a 5 winning streak. But the main thing here is you're exposing more rather than for the person who actually trade less, right? Because if I take trade less, I will actually expose myself less because I take trades less. I only take high probability trades, so therefore I expose myself less. But if you're a trader that is actually trading a lot of trades, for example, 5 trades per day, probably you're actually exposing yourself much. So that is why less is more. So probably in time you could actually understand it on why I said it that in trading less is more. So for now, for Euro USD, all we have to do is to wait for a much better price action. This price is already having this a breakout on this daily support zone, now acting as a resistance. Probably buying here is not ideal. So I think for Euro USD, all we have to do is to wait for the break and retest so that we will be interested in buys. So probably put an alarm above so that in case once price could enter the exact or probably broke the exact resistance so that it could act as a support, so that it could give us an alarm so that we will be interested in buying this pair. So yeah, that's it for Euro USD. So what is actually the last pair that we are watching? GBP CHF, right? Yeah. I think it's GBP CHF. Yeah. For GBP CHF, don't worry about this note. For GBP CHF, as you can see here, price is already having this breakout on this daily resistance zone. It didn't even respect, not even one rejection. It actually have a massive bullish push to the upside. So that is how the market moves. We actually don't know how the market could move. All we had is the probability that some of these setups that happened previously could happen again here. That's the only thing that we could do, right? That is why risk management is really important in trading. Because as you can see here, looking at it, price invalidate this daily resistance because price is above, therefore it could act as support. But here, currently we are much leaning towards selling this pair. That is why you can actually rewatch previous live trading session. That this pair, even though it gives us a good price action for sales, but still it looks a little bit, or it looks there is a red flag on selling or taking a trade on this pair. Because as you can see here, you are actually selling at the bottomest part of this pair. So therefore, this area could potentially act as a magnet. A magnet is once you pull, you actually approach in this area. There is a lot of sellers actually defending right exactly in this spot. Just pull up, keep, or they actually defend this area, pushing the price or avoiding the price to have its breakout on this lowest part of the market. Because as you can see here, price tend to act or approach this area, have a massive push. Again here, approaches this exact area, push to the upside. Again here, push back to its exact area. Now here, probably even though the price didn't reach the exact area, some sellers actually defending this exact level. All we had to do for this current price action on GBP CHF, no need to force trades. That's it. That's how trading works, guys. Yeah, because if we force some trades right now, there's no point in taking it, because price is already having its breakout on this daily resistance zone, potentially could now act as a support. So I think all we had to do is to wait for a much better price action. Currently, we are approaching the quarter 2 in the markets. Once quarter 2 could happen, slow volatility could start to happen also. Because there are 4 quarters in the market. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Based on my experience, quarter 1 and quarter 4 are one of the volatility season of the markets. Quarter 1 starts at January, February, March. Therefore, for each quarter, there is 3 months, right? For each quarter, there is 3 months. Like, for example, quarter 1 is January, February, March. There are good months that could trade because there is volatility in that month. Now, quarter 2 will start from March, April, May, June. So therefore, this is the last month for quarter 2. We are actually approaching towards quarter 3. Still slow, but still, we actually don't know, right? Because that's why we actually call this market as Trump's market, because it is very unpredictable. I know US are actually the country who actually moves the markets. So that is why we actually call this as Trump markets. Trump is very unpredictable, right? How could we know that the market is predictable, even though a lot of things it's actually happening in the whole world? Like some presidents actually have been kidnapped. There is war. Therefore, the world, even there is a lot of happening in the whole world, that a lot of them is unpredictable. How come the markets could be predictable, right? We still don't know. We'll see. Because probably on this upcoming quarter 3, we still don't know how the market could move. But still, I will be trading even though the market's still slow. This is why here we only have a less setups or markets that we are currently watching, because a lot of them, there's no need or there's no point to trade if the pair can give us some right setups, some high probability setups. There's no need to force some trades that actually don't give us some setups, right? So all we had to do for this current price action for GBP CHF, no need to force trades. Price is still playing out. I think the only market that we could catch some moves is, I think, gold only. Because I will still wait for a much better price action. Probably wait for a break, retest so that I could catch some trades, put my stop loss above a few pips above this daily resistance, probably target a 1:2 risk reward. So I think that's it. That's the only market because as you can see here, Euro, NZD/USD is not respecting our daily support. Why we force it? No need to force it. Euro USD is also having its breakout. All we have to do is to wait for the break and retest so that we will be interested in buys. GBP CHF is already having its breakout on this strong resistance zone. It is not respecting, so why force this trade, right? So I think that's it for today's live trading session. It's very short. I think that's the only thing we can gain for today's live trading session because the market is getting slower. But don't worry, guys, there are still news that could potentially affect the market, could potentially give a volatility in the market as well. So I think also if you want to join our inclusive Discord community, all you have to do is to scan this QR code. If you want to be updated and if you want to join our live tradings, our exact updated market news, and also I will be sharing a deeper insight of the markets right exactly on this exact Discord community. All you have to do is to join it so that you will be notified on what I am actually currently watching, probably any news, and also I will be in touch to you guys, giving some much inclusive community. Like for example, I will be sharing on what's news that what pairs that I am currently watching, so that you could be notified also. So if you have any pairs that you could let me analyze for today, maybe you could actually give or chat it on the live chat. So yeah, market is getting slower. Yeah. Because as you can see here, based on the setups that we had right now, we only have gold, we only have Euro USD, we only have NZD USD and GBP CHF. The only markets that we are currently watching. So some of the pairs, yes, I'm watching. Yes, why not? We could trade some pairs. By the way, I actually analyzed all of the setups before the market could start to play out. So that's the only market that is actually giving me the high probability setups, the best setup that we could actually take for today's or for this week's session. So that's it. No need to force trades. No need to force other setups. Why? There's no need. There's no need, right? So all we have to do for today is to wait for this exact price action. Let me share it back to you guys. All we have to do is to wait this exact price action on gold. Wait for the breakout of this daily support on the lower time frame, because on the 30-minute price is already having its breakout on this resistance. Probably could act as a support for it to continue push to the upside. Right? Because why we sell, there's no point in selling right exactly here. Price is already above. Probably it could act as a support, because once price is above support, price is below resistance. Price is above here currently, therefore potentially it could act as a support. Once we sell, we need to use, or we need for this to be at the bottom so that it could act as a resistance. Sell this pair, probably target a 1:2 risk reward ratio. So I think that's it for gold. This is the only anticipation that we had, because Euro USD is still cooking up. Probably it could have its break and retest, but GBP CHF, this trade, there's no need to force. It is already gone. It is not respecting our anticipation. But on NZD USD is the same as well. price, yes, we can actually see another support that it could act, but probably this is much better to take, because once we put another support here, yes, there is a support, therefore it could just be caught up on this consolidation area, right? So all we had to do is to anticipate, not to force trades, letting it play out on how we anticipated the markets. So I think that's it. That's it for today's live trading session. If you found value in this live trading session, make sure to smash the like button and also subscribe so you never miss the daily market outlooks, the live breakdowns, and the higher probability setups throughout the week. I appreciate you all for being here. Hope you got value from today's live trading session. Stay disciplined, manage your risk, and always remember, set and forget. Have a great day. Take care. And I'll see you in the next live trading session. See you guys.